Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I knew there was an update coming up, but I didn't know if there would be story mode content included in that update. So it's time for Lessons from Lainecrest. Testament! And for people who don't know, I guess, also the collab is with Sanrio is going on right now. So if you don't know what that is, most people probably recognize at least Hello Kitty. There was a point in time where this was the most grossing brand, but I believe Pokemon has actually passed it up since then. But anywho, that is enough of whatever this is, which, yeah, we're not doing this. Yeah, we're not doing this. I think there's a bit of a delay on my recording. Let me see if I can fix that. Did the game capture just die? It's not working. Is it just the studio editor? We're not starting until this is fixed. Oh, I see what the problem is. There's an extra scene for some reason. Strange. Anyway, let's hide that. This is only supposed to be capturing Genshin Impact, but it's capturing the Shadowverse for some reason. That is weird. So let's just move that there and put game auto capture there. Alright, everything's working now. Technical difficulties sorted out. But yeah, as I was mentioning before we had the weird bug, the weird Sanrio collab is happening right now, so there's that. But we're not doing that. We're definitely not doing that. We are here for story. Lessons from Lainecrest. Testament. A certain magical index testament adaptation when? Anywho, chapter 1. Classmates.
Hey.
Good morning to you too, Professor. You're here early. Didn't expect you to show up before the bell.
Right back at you.
I mean, I've got an exam to study for, don't I? No point wasting time on it in lessons if I can do it myself. I'm here for practicals, not this theoretical busy work.
As far as the exam goes, sure. But we're talking Cornelius. Like it or not, you can't just practice your skills. You need to understand his.
Using corpses as weapons. Pretty similar, to be honest.
He's one of the greatest necromancers this world's seen. How much do you know about his craft?
Well, necromancy is the magic of animating corpses with mana. And the best way to combat a necromancer is to steal his corpses with stronger mana, which I can't do.
Thing is, Cornelius uses specially preserved corpses. He threads his mana through them, giving him complete, exact control.
You can't be serious. Is that even possible?
I think that's why he prepped your mom for that.
Yep. Had to fight one of them at my job interview.
Oh, God. This place needs to be shut down. Oh, that's right. I have a special scene for Shadowverse. That's what I forgot. Of course the Genshin one doesn't work. I'm dumb. It's been for a while. Let me just move that down. Let me just fix this previous scene. There we go. I'm dumb.
Believe me, even if you could, overpowering his magic wouldn't be enough to steal control of the body.
I was in the wrong scene the whole time. I was wondering, aren't I usually above the text box?
Neither of us understand necromancy like he does, which is why we're both going to do our homework on it.
Fair enough. The more prepared I am, the better.
Scuff stream. This is probably one of the... It's been a long time since I had a scuff stream.
So, our other classmate seems to be missing. Again.
Go easy on her. She's only late half the time.
Amaryllis.
Remember, she's not really used to academy life yet.
Yeah, whatever. As long as she doesn't slow my lessons down, she's not my problem.
She's your classmate, Lyle. Are you gonna treat her like a complete stranger all year?
Sorry, but I'm not here to make friends. A classmate is just a classmate.
Technically, she's your senior because she's been here for like years.
You don't have to be friends. I'm just saying you could learn a lot from her if you give her a chance.
Like what? She barely understands magic.
She's clever, though. And she does understand something a lot more important than magic.
People.
You'll see.
Whatever.
Good morning. Or, hello? What time does it stop being morning?
As a general rule, I say the first 8 hours you are awake is still good morning territory.
You're good. Morning, Amaryllis.
Oh, thank goodness. And sorry I'm late. I found something along the way.
The reason that I do it that way is because it's very considerate of the people that have to work really shitty hours. Like people who have to wake up and go to work at like 8 p.m., for instance. It gives them a concept of morning that they too can enjoy.
What kind of something?
A doll. See? Someone must have misplaced her.
Uh-oh. That's spooky.
Interesting. Where'd you find it?
Out in the courtyard, face down in the dirt. The poor thing's all battered and messy.
I have a bad feeling about that doll.
I couldn't bear to leave her, so... Would you mind if she joins us for class?
Amaryllis.
Hang on, wait, double check. Better check this, the 7 things of Lainecrest. 7 mysteries of Lainecrest, anything that fits this. The Princess in the Library, no. Angel of Death, we know that one. Sorceress, Traps of False Worlds, we know that one. The Sylvan God Thief, pretty sure we know what that one is. Instrument that plays itself. Maybe, we won't roll that out. Stairs longer going up, probably not. The Haunted Gargoyle, that slime was inside. Okay, never mind, that's not it. Sinister Magic Circle, that one's been solved as well. Okay.
That probably isn't a toy.
Correct. Now, Lyles, What should students do with unattended arcane implements?
Nothing. We're supposed to leave them where they are and inform a faculty member.
Are we really? Why?
Probably because it's cursed.
Because there's a fair chance the item is dangerous. Plenty of students use enchanted tools, which could be lethal if mishandled. Moreover, it could be contracted to its owner. One wrong move, and it might deem you a thief. Or worse.
Yep, that about sums up the risks. But, you can let it sit on your desk for today.
Really? God, she's too chill.
Yay!
Too chill.
Wait, you're letting her keep it?
As someone who's planning on going into teaching, I don't aspire to be that chill. Live and let live, I say, but there's a gotta draw the line somewhere.
Just for now, since I'm with her. And Amaryllis, after class, I expect you to return it to its owner. Sound good?
Yes, very good. Thank you, Professor.
Cool, put the cursed doll in the corner.
It sounds irresponsible.
Oh. But
It's laced with magic. What if it...
Just ignore it, Lyeth.
I know, but I can handle it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, she is tough.
Lyle, I'm sorry. I didn't know you would hate her so much.
It is a doll. I neither like it nor dislike it. I simply...
It's dangerous. Potentially dangerous.
No, never mind. I shouldn't have questioned your judgment.
The teacher says it's
none of
fine,
my
it's fine.
business.
She's powerful and has the power of a god in the palm of her hand. I'm sure she can handle a cursed doll. But I'm still concerned for Amaryllis' safety.
Okay. As long as she isn't bothering you.
Worst comes to worst, everybody but one person in this room will die.
Oh, we'll have to give her a name. Let's see. She's small and soft. So, Snoozy?
Oh boy. That being said, there were death scenes. There were actually death scenes. I actually off-stream went and looked up some of the alternate paths that we could have taken, and yes, they all result in our death. And we seem to be playing as Verdilia for the POV for this story, so... yeah.
The hell's that got to do with small or soft?
I'm gonna just let that slide.
Now then, Snoozy. We wouldn't want to keep the others waiting.
I found a dull sword along the way. At least it wasn't a harbinger of dawn. Put that in the trash where it belongs.
Alright, if you 3 are ready, let's get going with the lesson.
Alright, this is a school.
And that should wrap things up for today. Amaryllis, your homework is to review Chapter 1, What is Magic? Be ready to start on the 4 elements tomorrow.
Yes, Professor.
Next, Lyoth. No homework. I should be done with the necromancy textbook by tomorrow, so I'll pass it and my notes to you then.
Understood.
Cool. See you two tomorrow then. And Amaryllis, you will return that doll to its owner, won't you?
I have a bad feeling about this.
I will.
Amaryllis, may I have a word?
Yes, certainly.
Oh boy.
What about? The dream you'll have tomorrow? Or perhaps what dessert to have with supper?
God, she's too precious. Anywho.
About the doll, actually.
Snoozy?
Yes. Would you give it to me?
Oh, I would. But I'm afraid she's not mine to give.
He means like right now, not like permanently.
I meant to say that I'll return it for you. It probably came from the Enchanting Lab or the Hex Club. Either way, it's cursed, and I'd rather not leave you alone with it.
Oh, I thought...
Good. So I'm not the only one who recognizes that it's cursed.
I realize this is all new for you, but there are students here studying advanced, potentially dangerous magic.
What do you mean potentially? If the word cursed is attached to something, the word potentially should be removed from the equation.
For your safety, please don't touch anything you don't understand.
Also, dangerous is a very subjective term. It comes in levels. For instance, walking down a hallway is dangerous, with a bend in it, because you might stub your toe. Dangerous does not incur lethality, but dangerous nonetheless. Walking on a carpet barefoot is dangerous, because there might be something sharp in the carpet.
So that's why you said all those things in class. That's quite a relief to hear.
What?
I'm gonna die laughing if we return this to its owner and it's actually named Snoozy.
You were just worried about me, weren't you? And here I thought I'd offended you. But yes, I could tell something was wrong with the doll.
Then why did you take it?
Well, I couldn't leave the poor thing on the ground. I would have given her a cleaning straight away, but I was afraid I'd be late to class.
She was late to class anyway, but that's not the point.
You see, Lyle, I've always done as I was told. But I'll never find what I want to do unless I start looking. So for now, at least, I'm going to follow my heart. And it's telling me to help Snoozy. Surely the library has a book on doll restoration somewhere.
You know, that mindset won't do you any good.
Are you sure about that, Lyle?
How would doing what I want to do not do me any good?
To be fair, we should probably return it to its owner first, then think about repairing it after.
She's clever, though. And she does understand something.
Yeah. Flashback.
All right. Just... could you lend me the doll for a minute?
You still want to take her away?
Relax, I won't. Tampering with cursed items is dangerous, so you're going to need help from someone experienced.
Really? I don't know anyone experienced, though.
Me. I'm pretty good at restoring dolls.
I was gonna say, you use puppets. It's not exactly outside of your wheelhouse.
You are?
Yeah. I can show you if you're interested. What?
You were so stiff and formal before. But now you sound more natural. Like when you were speaking with Professor Ardelia.
Oh. Natural, huh?
Yes, it suits you much better.
It suits everybody. Just act and be yourself.
If you say so. Now, are you going to let me fix the doll or not?
Snoozy.
Snooze. Come on, or do we have to settle on that name?
Snoozy. I'll get Snoozy cleaned up and back where she belongs, okay?
Okay. And thank you, Lyle.
No problem. But in exchange, give me a book recommendation sometime. You've read lots, haven't you?
That's a wonderful idea. I know the perfect story. You'll love it, I promise.
I'll look forward to it then.
Alright, they're connecting. What good classmates they are.
Morning.
Oh, we're at the next day already. I thought we were just cutting to him fixing the doll.
What's this? Lyle, idol of the Independents, reading a textbook?
It's not a textbook. Amaryllis lent it to me yesterday, and it's actually pretty interesting.
Good to hear.
That aside, you knew what the doll was all along, didn't you?
Of course. It was just some first year's enchanting homework. Nothing to be that worried about.
And you didn't bother sharing that information to see how I'd react.
That's funny. That's actually kind of funny now. She knew it wasn't dangerous the whole time.
Figured it'd get you two working together. And I was right.
Hidden
Do
information.
you realize how...
Good morning.
Ah, come on. You can't be doing this first thing in the morning every day. God damn it. Why? Why?
What is that?
Those are the fucking magical life forms that were in the fucking City of Guilds!
I found him all alone in the hallway, abandoned.
Oh, God. She's a certain level of precious they just don't make anymore.
Well, it's a lesser magical life form of some sort. Looks like a failed attempt at a golem to me. The Magis Lab League's been working on him.
Oh, Professor, can we keep him?
Can we
He's
keep him?
precious.
Oh, God.
Precious? The doll yesterday was bad enough. You're on your own this time. I am not taking care of a slime.
Oh, God, I love this story so much. Alright, flower language. So this is probably going to be a more Amaryllis-focused chapter. Because she's named after a flower. See, I remember that.
Now, what did the book say again?
Her name means pride in the language of flowers, if I remember correctly.
Water, enrichment. Yes, that should be all for now. Time I got to class then. I wish I could stay with you all morning. Sleep tight and grow lots while I'm gone, okay?
I'm worried about leaving her wandering the halls unattended. Especially with the fact that there's a known murderer on campus.
I'll be right back after class.
And also a lady that's turning people into dragons.
While its energy is stored all around us, mana alone has little impact on its surroundings.
Speaking of dragons, do we know if the girl that got turned into a dragon is okay? Because I don't know if that was ever clarified.
Except when concentrated in large quantities or channeled through a catalyst.
Oh, God. I feel like this is why the school rules say you leave shit where you find it.
Catalysts can either be innate or acquired, and... Amaryllis? You still awake?
Excuse me, Professor. I'm afraid I didn't sleep well. You'd think a library would be quiet, but... Oh, people arrive first thing in the morning. Fussing over goodness knows what.
You keeping up with the lesson, okay?
Yes, not to worry. Mana is like fire. By itself, it merely burns hot. But inside a lantern, a catalyst, it gives us light. Magic.
Close enough. You don't need to know the
Close
details
enough.
anyways. Now, which do you think you need to work on? The flame or the lantern?
Probably the lantern in her case, because she just has boundless magical reserves that function almost like a curse.
The catalyst, obviously. Or the lantern, rather. Your mana reserves are absurd. Anybody standing remotely near you can sense that.
Really?
Yep, especially because you aren't concealing it. You get so used to your own mana, you don't really notice it yourself.
It's like your smell or your natural BO.
Lyle's right. You need to figure out what kind of catalyst, what kind of magic you will use to harness that mana of yours.
Is body odor mana? Did I just... I think I made a breakthrough. I think I made a scientific breakthrough. Anywho.
I wonder... what kind of magic do I want to use?
Story magic? Flower magic?
Well, you can't exactly pick and choose. Take Lilium, for example. Her catalyst allows her to use a certain kind of magic, so there are things she can and can't do.
I think that makes sense.
Whatever your catalyst is, it doesn't seem to have manifested at birth, as some do. Which means you'll need to get creative. Most people are drawn to one of the 4 elements, since they're easiest to picture yourself using. Try imagining them and see what fits.
So what are the 4 elements in this setting?
earth, water, fire, air. I wonder,
Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
if I could move the earth, I'd do all sorts of fantastic things. And water, it would be convenient if I ever needed a drink. Fire, though. Fire sounds a tad dangerous. But air would be lovely. I could summon the breeze for an afternoon stroll.
That's cute. Anyhow.
Well, between that imagination and your reserves, your magic is sure to be impressive.
Really? Thank you.
Traditionally, new mages would have their mana measured, though. Shouldn't we at least get her elemental affinities checked?
Worth considering as a backup, but the more clues you have, the harder it is to think outside them.
True. In that case...
Oh, I must look so silly. But I just can't help but smile.
You don't look that silly.
It's almost hard to believe how fortunate I am. Just last week, Lilium was my whole world. But now...
Technically, Lilium still is your whole world. We haven't really dealt with the whole, I'm going to fucking put you in a prison for eternity type problem.
I've got a sharp, one-of-a-kind professor. And a kind, diligent classmate. I'm... happy. So, why does it feel like I shouldn't be?
Probably because of Lilium hasn't been dealt with yet. Okay, I can't really deal with his father. Your father is running the school. He's basically going to be the end boss.
I wonder if Lilium is happy now, too.
Actually, technically, it feels like everybody has their own end boss. You have to take down your dad, you have to take down Lilium, you have to take down fucking Mr. Angel of Death, Weiss.
Either could work. What do you think, Amaryllis?
Oh, we should have been listening to these two.
Huh? I'm sorry. I'm afraid I was lost in thought.
When aren't you? To recap...
Oh,
Alright, that's enough thinking for one day.
That's just a fun phrase.
Agreed. Let's leave the details for tomorrow. I'd rather head out before the storm hits.
There's a storm coming?
a storm?
Yeah, why?
Is it going to rain?
It's supposed to. What, did you forget an umbrella?
Oh no. No. What'll I do?
Amaryllis?
Excuse me, I have to hurry.
Oh, she's worried about overwatering the flowers.
Wait, if you... Or not? Fine. Weird to see her in a rush. She normally hangs around to chat for ages.
True. Guess she's busy, though.
Should we follow her? She seemed really worried.
Nah. Not my business what students do outside class.
Yes. You are the last person I want to hear that from.
Sure, after you spied on me and dug up my family history.
You called her out on it.
Forget it. I will say, though, I saw Amaryllis doing something on the upper terrace the other day. I was just passing by, so I wasn't really looking, but I think she was watering a flower bed.
Lyleth.
Oh boy.
Now you've got me acting as nosy as you. Whatever she's up to, it's your problem.
Well, your problem now.
He can say what he wants, but he's really got our backs. He might be right, though. Maybe I should check on Amaryllis.
Ooh, it's raining. At least the sad music isn't playing.
How long has it been since I ran somewhere? I forgot how tiring it is.
I mean, look at how tight her dress is down here, right around where her legs would have to spread to run. I don't even know if it's possible to run in that dress. This looks like one of those dresses where you hobble almost around.
Thankfully it isn't raining all too hard yet. I'm here now. so there's nothing to worry about. The scent of rain tapping at stone bricks, my pulse pounding, even as my fingertips go red from the cold. Everything feels so different when you experience it for yourself, outside the pages of a book. For better or worse, I suppose.
You can catch cold.
But I must protect these flowers. No. I want to.
Mm-hmm.
Please, grant me the courage to face Lilium again. And mend our twisted story. Perhaps if I had a grand idea. Right here on the tip of my tongue. But I've lost it. And now I feel light. As if in a dream.
We're probably going to cut to Castell after this.
Amaryllis!
Professor?
You okay? It's way too cold to be standing around in the rain.
But the flowers are in danger.
The flowers?
I planted seeds in the flower bed here. But the book says you shouldn't give them too much water.
Okay, but the rain's not good for you either.
I know, but
They'll be fine. With a little magic, you can keep them safe.
I still don't know what my magic is, though. Let alone how to use it.
Already a step ahead of you. Just imagine. I have a feeling that's the key to unlocking your magic.
Imagine? Like Lilium?
Well, sort of. But I want you to imagine yourself. Imagine you're healing the flowers, giving them the energy they need to bloom even in this rain. Make it as detailed as you can.
Imagine myself. Okay, I'll give it a try. I am a floral witch, wielder of a mysterious magic that can make any flower bloom in any environment. My friends are cold and shivering in the rain. But once I cast my magic, their blossoms will fill the flower bed.
There we go. Ooh, the mystical music playing.
They bloomed? But how?
They're beautiful.
Magic.
Yes, they are.
What kind of flowers are these?
Geraniums. You saved them, Professor. I couldn't possibly thank you enough.
Aw, you did it yourself, kid.
If anyone, thank Lyles. He's the one who figured out you'd be up here.
Really? I've caused you both a lot of trouble, haven't I? And just when I've decided I was done with the damsel in distress nonsense.
Yeah, you gotta work on that a bit.
Hey, everyone runs into trouble now and then. Nothing wrong with getting a helping hand. That's what us professors are for. You'd come running if I needed help, right?
Of course. But I can hardly imagine you needing help with anything.
I can. Quite a bit, unfortunately.
You'd be surprised. I get stuck just like anyone else.
Well, I promise I'll do my best if the time ever comes. Do you know what these flowers symbolize, Professor?
No, please tell me.
True friendship.
Ooh, geraniums, true friendship.
It's silly, but I thought they might give me good luck. You know, when I make up with Lilium. I want to be to her what you've been to me. Someone who'd go running to save her. Even in the middle of a storm.
I don't think that Lilium needs saving. I think you need saving from her. She's a bit twisted.
I'll take that into mind when I do your lesson plans.
Yes, please. Now let's hurry and see if Lyle's still around. I think a big thank you is in order.
Verdilia's weakness. Like I said, it's probably going to be cutting back to Castell. Or not.
Any questions? No? Cool. I'm gonna head out then. Make sure you finish those assignments. See ya.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but self-study again? It's almost exam season. What kind of teacher is she?
The kind that makes y'all do all the work.
A professor, if I'm not mistaken.
Touché.
I meant... I know she's the only one you've had, but most professors attend their own lectures. And look, the list of assignments just goes on and on. Test precision of puppet strings make Journal of Childhood Memories.
Oh, yours are different from mine. I'm to read lots of books on how to refine mana. And research my affinities. Whatever those are. Oh, and I'm also learning how to write stories.
Contents aside, it looks like your workload's as bad as mine. With this much to study each day, we won't have time to practice applying it.
What should we do then?
I would try to negotiate, but I don't know enough about Professor Verdilia to make a strong case. She keeps stock of people's personalities, abilities, and beliefs, right? But she doesn't really share her own.
Oh, I know just the thing. Let's play Granny's Footsteps.
Granny's footsteps.
Let's... what?
We're gonna stalk her, aren't we?
You know, the game. We follow Professor Verdilia, but we mustn't let her spot us moving.
I believe people call that stalking, and it's not a respectable thing to do.
You could tell which student I identify more with.
Quick! If we don't hurry, we'll lose track of her.
Wait! Why doesn't she ever listen?
I could be a funny man, and I could be a straight man.
Coast clear.
You'd be great at hide and seek.
Never mind me. Make sure you keep that mana of yours concealed.
Oh, right, I already forgot about that. She didn't know how to do that really well.
But of course, I've just been learning how, actually.
That's reassuring. Come on, let's move.
Suppress your body odor, Dan. Suppress
Gotcha.
it.
Thanks for the advice.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't even want to think what their workloads are like.
Ah, they'll live. See you two around.
Pardon me. May I have a moment?
Sure. What's up?
We were hoping to ask a few questions about Professor Verdilia, if you wouldn't mind.
We're in her class, you see.
Oh, so you're Amaryllis and Lyle then?
Yes. Yes, we are. How do you know us?
Professor Verdilia was just talking about you, and, don't take this the wrong way, but you're way politer than she made you sound.
Ha.
Oh, he's just being shy. Lyle's not always this formal. Are you?
Amaryllis. Forget
Forget
it. Professor Verdilia used to teach your class, right?
Who's teaching it now? It's Vice, right?
What was she like? Neither of us know much about her.
Neither do we, really.
Actually, I think her little sister goes here. Maybe you could ask her?
She has a sister.
Apparently. She came by a while back to ask us stuff, but Professor Verdilia dragged her off.
You remember her name?
Castell.
Castell, I think? Something like that.
Castell. I wonder what it's like having a little sister. A mini Verdilia would be adorable, wouldn't she?
Don't ask me. Anyways, thanks for the lead. We'll try to track her down.
Hang on, before you go. Verdilia assigns tons of homework, right? We told her to go easier on you.
Definitely hold her to it. Her homework's hard enough as is.
You said it. Thanks.
Good kids. I hope they turn out okay.
Oh, I lost sight of her.
Don't worry, I've got her trail. I had my marionettes tie a thread to her.
You did? But how?
Easy. I've been tying them to things all week to practice speed and precision. Now, let's hurry and catch up.
Okay.
Granny's footsteps.
Where is she going? We're almost at the end of this hall. Professors don't normally come all the way out here.
She's hardly a normal professor, though. A normal professor wouldn't have gone so far to rescue me. And then I never would have met you.
That's... true. Besides, I wouldn't want her following the curriculum anyways.
Oh, Lyle, look!
How have your classes been? Theoretical sorcery and practicals tend to give students the most trouble.
There she is. I was right. It is a Castell chapter.
They're both really tough. And I don't get the calculations for astrology either.
Yeah, don't worry about getting those perfect. Focus on the subjects you're good at and grind out as many points as you can there.
But I'm not good at any of them.
Oof.
Then your professor sucks. It's our job to help students find what they want to pursue in life.
Your professor does suck. He's a murderer.
Oh. Can I switch to your class then?
No. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I know you're busy taking care of your students.
Castell,
Well, to be fair, her current class is like an assignment given to her by the boss. It's not exactly a class you can just put any student into.
Really, I'm fine. I don't want to be a burden or anything. I can take care of myself, so... good luck with your class.
Thanks. And before you head to class, take this. Keep it with you at all times.
Seed?
Yep. I enchanted it with a messaging spell, so you can use it to contact me. Weird stuff's been happening on campus lately, so if you ever get in trouble, I want you to drop everything else and run. Got it?
You still know what Vice does. Apparently, I'm told he's a swordcraft user. So,
Oh, okay. I will. I should probably get going, though.
Which I recently learned is it's the royal class, because like how Runecraft is the witch class and the necromancer class and so on. Swordcraft is the royal class, which is why it has that weird denomination between the officer and commander units. It's not about sword users, it's about leaders and followers.
Yep. See you around.
Which is why there's so many King Arthur
All
themed
right,
cards.
You two can come out now.
Huh? So you did notice us.
Of course. I tend to do my own thing, so I figured you'd get curious eventually. I realized you were trailing me, but seemed like a good chance to test your growth.
Our growth?
Textbook learning's all just up in your head until you put it to use. Any practice you can get counts. First off, Amaryllis. You did a great job masking your mana. Wasn't perfect, but you got the gist. Once you get the hang of holding mana back, you should be able to channel it forward too.
Wow. This entire thing was a lesson.
Oh, I didn't realize you were watching.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you, Professor.
Now, as for you, Lyle, impressive work. That trick with the knot took skill. With such precise movements, you might be able to manipulate more than just puppets.
Yeah. I should have known we were playing into your hand. That girl, though. Is she really your sister?
Yes, but she doesn't have anything to do with how I run my class. If you're genuinely curious about me or my past, I'll tell you myself, so please, leave her out of it.
Certainly. I know I'd love to hear more about you.
Why are you implying I wouldn't? I'd like to learn more about you too, but I'm not going to grill your sister for it.
I know. Thanks.
Professor, if I may, I have a question.
Fire away.
What's it like having a little sister?
That is a good question. That is a
Is
very
she-
Amaryllis question.
Precious to you?
Yeah. I guess so.
Oh. At first, I thought you were so stoic. But you're actually quite bashful. Oh, Lyle, do you think that's her weakness?
Amaryllis, you can't say that right in front of her.
Just putting it out there. You're not gonna con me into giving less homework.
Honestly, I don't know what I expected.
Me neither.
But I'll give credit where it's due. Literally. You both did well tracking me, and knowing who you're up against is always a good idea. I'll give you an extra day for your assignments. Do come to class tomorrow, though. Got something to give you, and exams are coming up. Now, I'm off. For real.
I still want vengeance for Alicia. It's like the whole justice for Beth thing that was going on in the Stranger Things movement, if you know what that is.
I'd call that a success. Professor's just too kind. Perhaps that's another weakness.
You know, Amaryllis, usually people would call being kind a strength.
Oof. His dad is the kind of person who would say the opposite, so it makes sense that he says that. My arm's starting to hurt. That bike accident from 2 weeks ago is finally starting to heal. It's hurting less and less. The exam. I'm glad that there's no gameplay in my game. It's all dialogue.
Today's the big day, huh? I guess before I send you off to the exams, just wanted to say, you'll both do fine.
And that's it? No advice, instructions?
Read the questions, write the answers. I don't know, what do you want me to say?
Damn, I wish teachers gave me that advice more often whenever I took an exam. How would I have ever known to actually fill out the answers on the page? It makes so much sense now that I think about it.
I don't know either, just something. I'm fine, but this is Amaryllis' first exam.
She seems ready, though, right?
Do I have everything? Oh, right. Lyle, do you think this will be enough snacks?
Speaking of snacks, I should probably get lunch after this stream.
See, nothing to worry about. I genuinely think you'll both do fine.
So generally, I usually don't eat breakfast, and then I have lunch usually somewhere between 4 to 5 hours. Sometimes 8 to 9 hours after I've been awake.
You've been making good progress towards your goals.
I'm more of a snack guy.
The exam's gonna be a hell of a lot easier than beating Cornelius or making up with Lilium, right?
I've recently changed my diet so that I've gone from 1 meal a day to 2. So now I eat lunch, and then I'll have dinner at like 9 or 10.
I know, but
Oh, my arm is starting to hurt. It's awkward because I'm reaching really far over here to grab my mouse.
Amaryllis,
I wish I could just spacebar.
you've never been properly schooled before, but you managed to catch up with the curriculum for an elite academy of magic.
She's caught up already?
You don't have to ace anything. Answer the questions you can, give the practicals your best shot, and you'll pass just fine.
Yeah, worrying about that's how I worry about tests. I worry about passing and not doing good. I don't care about being good. I care about passing.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
It's like my dad always said. Try to stay around sea level. Because below that is drowning.
Yep. Now, Lyles, Neither of us are worried about the written portion, and at least I'm not worried about the practicals. I know what's on them, and you should be prepared. The proctor's not gonna know you're moving the puppets mechanically.
If you say so. I'll do my best too.
Cool. Now that's cleared up, you two should start heading over.
That being said, if you want to talk about my injuries, I guess my inner ear is starting to hurt again. I think the scab on my inner ear may have ripped again.
Remember to water the flowers first, though.
Of course. Geraniums are drought resistant, but we wouldn't want to leave them thirsty, would we?
Nope. And Lyolf, don't forget to feed the slime.
God, they kept the slime?
You mean feed Gloop? He has a name.
They named it? Ugh.
Man, remember back when he said, "I am not taking care of a slime"? That was a lie, huh, Gloop?
That was like 30 minutes ago.
Anyways, Gloop and I'll prep a little class party, so you two go crush your exams.
Oh, Verdilia, you've sure got your hands full.
Does she?
That's a rather large cake.
Oh.
What's the occasion?
I, figured it'd be nice to celebrate the end of exams. You know, as a class.
Ah, right. You're in charge of the problem students, huh?
Are they problem students?
I'm sure the headmaster picked you for a reason, but still, it must have been tough getting them in shape.
They were a bit of a handful, but I wouldn't call them problem students.
Oh, the problem was getting them to class. Everything after that has been pretty smooth sailing.
They're hard workers. Both of them.
Huh.
You know, you've changed.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she has.
I have?
Like night and day. You used to be so distant, but you seem a lot happier now.
Agreed. I'm glad you're getting along with them. The smaller class must have been a good change of pace.
You think?
Yeah, I'm actually told that smaller classes generally always do better. We have the problem here in the American education system of trying to pack like as many students into a class as possible. One of the reasons I did it a lot better in college than I do it in high school was because I went from like a class size of like sometimes as small as 3. If I had to give an average, my class sizes in all my college courses have always been like a class size of like 12 to 16 on average, compared to like the 30 to 40 in my high school years. You really get to know your classmates better, and then you actually you're more likely to work with them, and then it makes it easier to focus on course material, and it makes you feel more of a class unit. And also, it gives the teachers less to handle, which makes it so that they can be more involved with each of the students. Especially when you consider that most teachers teach more than one class.
I know I'm not here to be their friend, I just wanted to be someone they could rely on. Is that, overstepping anything?
Not at all. With how much time I spend with my students, I sometimes feel like their mom.
Like they're... Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I do like them and all, but... Anyways, they've worked really hard, so I just want to do something.
Thanks, Mom. Oh, no.
Huh?
That can't be good.
What was that?
Professor, I'll go check.
Silence! The exam is still in session.
Really? You gonna be a hard ass when explosions are happening? What if the school collapses?
Stay where you... Oh!
Oh, remember that problem I told you that we were kind of ignoring about Lilium? Yeah, the Piper has come.
Just now, the professors have committed a serious act of destruction against our academy.
Have
No
they?
Independence. This means war.
I have a bad feeling about that noise.
I don't know how you can have a good feeling about that noise.
Any guesses what that was? If we're lucky, maybe they'll cancel the...
Oh, shit. Oh, I guess Cornelius is making his move, too.
Listen up! A bunch of the independent brats are trying to sabotage the exam. We professors will handle the situation, so stay here and don't try anything funny.
So, it begins at last.
There she is.
Thanks to the exams, all actors are fully assembled for the final act. Dearest castmates, do play your parts until the end.
It seems we have both prepared for this moment. After all, it was not a matter of if, but when.
You saw this coming. I mean, it makes sense. This guy seems to know everything.
Remember, my children, it is only in challenge, in strife, that your talents may shine most brilliant.
I miss Dumbledore.
The air's tingling with mana. If this much magic's being fired around.
I guess Vice is about to make his move, too. Might as well, since the other two have.
My suspicions were right. But Lyles and Amaryllis should have the messenger seeds I gave them. Hey, you two. Can you hear me? The campus is about to become a battlefield.
Please tell me that's not the end. Yes, there's more. Oh, shit. I didn't expect an animation there. I'm glad I'm recording that, because it doesn't look like it replays. Boom! True tests. It's do or die time. There's rewards for this one, but no
And
gameplay.
thus, the cursed princess was saved by the knight. However, it was merely a ploy to win her favor. Seeing her chance, the Worm Witch takes back the princess and leads the both of them to their happily ever after. He was right, that professor. The darkest storms give rise to the brightest heroes.
Oh no, please tell me you're not talking about who I think you're talking about.
And a dark storm I shall conjure. The king grew furious and ordered the princess's rescue. At once, the Worm Witch soared off and caught up to the knight in the blink of an eye. The knight fought back, but he was no match for the witch's mighty dragon. Cutting are thy claws, sturdy are thy scales, blazing is thy breath. Fly now, my beloved kin, be all that I imagine you to be. Amaryllis, dear princess, my princess, you need not wait much longer. The necromancer.
We still
and his
don't even know what
wretched
Weiss's
knights will
endgame
burn.
is.
And then, none shall stand between us and our happy ending.
My money is Vice is gonna be the super secret, turns out, oh, by the way, I'm a keeper. I'm the one that's actually pulling the strings of everything behind the scenes. That's my guess for what Weiss is. But Cornelius and Lilium, they're pretty much straightforward. We know exactly what their motivations, goals, and methods are. Vice is a wild card.
Lainecrest shall be our kingdom, and Cornelius's seat our throne.
Ah, so Lilium has thrown down the gauntlet at last. With a prod from Vice, perhaps, but no matter. Her army of dragons could easily rival that of an entire kingdom.
But the army of the damned.
And, if I am so fortunate, even my own.
That is not the sound I expected them to make.
It is time. Oh, fallen comrades, your king calls upon you. Go forth as my fingertips guide. Fight as my voice commands. Serve as my will compels.
Lyle's gonna have to fight his mom at some point, isn't he? His goal is to find someone powerful enough to be a worthy opponent. I don't think he cares if he dies or not. He just wants to Saitama this shit. He wants to be the One Punch Man. He just wants to fight an opponent that's not going to go down easily.
And rejoice for the chance to demonstrate your talent once more. Death shall grant you no repose. Upon my name as the Corpse King, awaken now from your slumber. Come, let us challenge each other. Push ourselves to ever greater heights. In life and in death. For to do battle is our one true purpose. I eagerly await you, Lilium.
Glad you've both got the messenger seeds on you. Now, where are you two?
I'm in the East Tower, down the corridor from the exam room. Currently trying to grasp the situation.
Okay. Amaryllis?
I'm in a classroom in the West Tower. The other students here seem awfully frightened. Are you all right, Professor?
Yeah, I'm fine. For now, anyways. I'm in the West Tower, too.
I know I've heard people say exams are like a battlefield, but this is getting ridiculous.
More importantly, I'm detecting huge mana swings. The most powerful mages on campus are gearing up to fight.
Most powerful, as in...
Cornelius and Lilium. Going by the traces of magic, Cornelius is probably in the courtyard, and Lilium's on the upper terrace.
Well, rip that flower bed.
What about the explosion? Do you know which of them caused it?
Probably Vice.
Hard to say. Both sides are blaming each other, but it could be neither. Regardless of who started it, we're looking at two full-scale armies. Lilium's got a whole fleet of dragons, and Cornelius has been raising hundreds of corpses. Tack on the confused professors and students, and that's a lot of combatants. If they advance, there's gonna be a war. Not a fight, not a battle. War.
Yeah, Vice is definitely the one that lit this powder keg. But why? We still don't know. I think Vice's endgame has something to do with Verdilia, because he went out of way to find her homeland, find her sister, and bring her sister here. Which makes me think that he's probably a keeper or working with the keepers.
And they'll take down countless innocents with them. Damn it!
Because they basically want to destroy worlds for whatever reason.
We need to regroup before anything else kicks off. Lyle's, keep yourself safe. I'll grab Amaryllis, then head over to you.
As much as people like to tell me that the later arcs in this story are better than a lot of the previous ones, I still think, outside of Baphomet, the best villain we've had was Eris.
What should I do?
But this might actually top that. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of moving parts here. This is peak storytelling.
Nothing. Just stay calm and I'll handle this.
Professor, that's not what she meant.
Huh?
Thank you, Lyle. And yes. What I meant to say is, what should we do to stop the fighting?
Amaryllis.
That's what I was hoping somebody would bring up.
There's only one way to defuse the situation, and you know it!
Someone has to take out the two leaders of the conflict.
We take down Lilium and my father. No more dragons, no more undead.
We are getting somewhere safe, then I'll handle the rest.
That is a good point. Verdilia probably can handle this.
But there's only one of you, and we need to stop both forces.
I know, but that's not your responsibility. It's too dangerous.
Are we gonna get a split? Is this gonna be a split?
I think it very much is my responsibility. If Lilium must be stopped, I want to be the one to stand against her.
My thoughts exactly. That's my father out there. Defeating him's been my goal all along.
How funny would it be after we defeat all of them, they still fail the exam?
And we don't have time to waste regrouping. I'm near the courtyard anyways, and Amaryllis should be near the upper terrace already.
But Lyle and I have been studying for this day. So please, you have someone else you should be worrying about. Not us.
Right. Your sister needs you. Someone has to help her and the others evacuate. We trust you. So please trust us.
Oh no, what about Gloop? Is Gloop gonna be okay?
I do. I'm counting on you two. I can't tell you the details in case we're overheard. But if I really, really have to, I can stop the battle by myself.
Oh, she is that powerful.
So promise me one thing. If you feel any risk to your lives, grab those seeds and shout for me. Okay?
Okay.
Will do.
Thanks. Good luck. Trust us, huh? I know how reliable they are. I just have to let myself rely on them.
Now to somehow trust myself. I know it's easier said than done, but I won't let him dismiss my abilities any longer.
Alright. Shit has hit the fan, and that is the end. More chapters coming soon. Wow, that is a moment to end that on. I really enjoyed this. I think this is hype. And we're gonna get, whenever they add the next chunk of this, there's gonna be so much to do. Gloop is fine. Slimes are practically indestructible. No, but not the slimes in this. They're pretty weak. Slimes in this are just ETB, transform something, like into pudding. They die pretty quickly from what I remember back in... Oh, how long ago was that? I forgot that they have these extra stuff here. I was told that they were getting rid of these. Guild War Conclusion, Gears of Rebellion, Uprising, Seeds of Conflict, Hollowing, World Reaver, Fate's Trigger. Some of these have gotten pretty long. Seriously, look how long we spent in Fate's Trigger. And then we had the weird Velsar mini expansion to that. Then Entropy's Abyss. Then the final loop. And then Empyrean Inn was also surprisingly short. Despite how many people we had involved. I'm looking forward to the conclusion of this storyline. It was really well written. It seems to be short, sweet, and concise. I'm surprised that we didn't just end it here, and I wonder if they are just going to add more chapters to this segment, which they might. But that's all I have for now. And I guess I have a little bit of gold. Might as well buy a card pack or two. Come on, streamer luck. An Infernal Meteor. Not bad. And that's all we really have. I don't know if I want to spend time doing the limited quest, because it feels like it's... Oh god, there's more puzzles. It's gonna be... I don't know if the rewards are even worth it. Creepy Luna. Okay. Till next time. See you all in the next stream. Bye-bye.